Hey guys, this is my daughter and my library haul for the next 3 weeks. We do go to the library quite often and we check out a bunch of books every time. We do get through most of them in the time that we check them out, but when we don't, they let us check them out, recheck them out again so we can get through the books. So this is what we got. This is The Fat Cat Sat on the Mat. My daughter is just learning how to read, so this one was really cute for her and it's really kind of funny, and she liked the title right away. She started laughing, so this is good for her for learning how to read. So we read this one. Just a Snowy Vacation. So I don't know if this was just a millennial thing, but I am a millennial, and growing up, the Little Critter books were my absolute favorite. My daughter has gotten into them as well, and she loves them too. So I try to get at least one every time we go. We do have a bunch of these at home, and we do have a ton of books at home too, but instead of having to buy a billion books, we check out a bunch of different ones every time we go, and that's one of the other ones. This is The Bernstein Bears with Nothing to Do. I have not read this. I did like the Bernstein Bears also when I was a kid. My daughter is just being introduced to them, so this is her first Bernstein Bear book, and I hope she likes them because they're super cute. I also found a Bernstein Bear like little baggies to put her snacks in for school, and she had no idea who they were. So I guess that's my fault, but we're fixing that. This is Busy Betty and the Circus Surprise, and it says that it's by Reese Witherspoon. One thing that I learned when going to the library is that a lot of celebrities have been writing books. I mean, I guess that's something that, a lot of people know. I guess I'm late to the party, but a lot of celebrities write books, like children's books, and some of them are really cute. So I wanted to check this one out and see how it is. Y'all didn't see that. Okay. Henny Penny. This is a really popular like folk tale book that I remember reading when I was a kid. Honestly, I don't even remember what it was about. But I used to love these books, the folktale ones. So I try to get her a lot of books that are like nostalgic for myself as well, because I'm the one reading them to her a lot. So I feel like it kind of gives me a chance to revisit my childhood. And I really loved like these stories, so I would like to introduce them to her too. So this is Henny Penny. This is a children's book about being selfish. It says, "Help me be good." I got this from the nonfiction kids section. I really try to help her learn how to regulate her emotions and learn what things, how to act right, I guess, how to be a little bit more mature. And these books I think are good because they help them learn how to tap into that and let them know that it's normal to feel things, that to be upset or feel certain ways, but it tells them how to, I guess, fix them or be a better person. So I thought this one would be a good one for that. This one is called Good Night Goon, and it says it's a petrifying parody. So I don't know if y'all remember the Goodnight Moon books, but I definitely do. It was a book that I also grew up with. So this is kind of like a parody book with like little ghouls and goblins, and I just thought it was super cute. I love spooky things. My birthday's on Halloween. So anytime I see like spooky stuff like this, I'm all about it. And yeah, it's a fun little twist on the original Goodnight Moon. This one is called Abracadabra, The Magic of Trying. We have not read this one yet. I kind of think that it would be about learning how to try things and to be a little bit more confident in, you know, just going about things that you might be afraid to try. So I try to get books that can help teach her things. I mean, I know, you know, there's books that you read for fun, and there's all sorts of different types of books, but I always try to get stuff that can help teach good lessons. So I thought this one might be really cute. We haven't read it yet, so we shall see. If you've read any of these books or you're familiar with any of them, feel free to leave in the comments what you think of them, or any recommendations on books that you really like. Definitely leave those in the comments, and I will be looking for them at the library as well, and I can put them on upcoming library haul videos. This one is called Super Buns. Kindness is her superpower. I got this one because I call my daughter my bunny. She's my little bunny, and a lot of times I call her my little bun bun. So it's just like a cute little nickname that I have for her. She's my little bunny, and I saw this and I right away had to grab it. Super Buns. I thought it was so cute. And yeah, we haven't read this one yet either, but I'm excited to read that one. This is another celebrity written book. It is called The One and Only Sparkella and Her Dad. I like to get books that have stuff about like dads and stuff too, because it encourages my fiance to read to her as well, and I think it makes it a little bit more fun for him to read to her, because it's like a little daddy-daughter bond type thing. This book was written by Channing Tatum, and I'm interested to see what it's about. It looks really cute. The colors are really pretty. My daughter right now is really into girly things, so a lot of things that are like pink and glittery and, you know, purple and unicorns and all that stuff, she loves it. So I felt like this book would be perfect for her. I also like to get, I get books for myself also. So I actually got this one in the kids section. It is called Bloody Mary, the Ghost of a Queen, ? When I was growing up, I don't know if y'all remember, but Bloody Mary was like a big thing as a kid. Like a game that we would play in the bathroom where like you said her name 3 times and she's supposedly supposed to appear, and like who knows what happens next, but it was supposed to be like a spooky little fun game that we played as a kid in the bathroom. And this has like real life ghost stories and kind of like little information on where the Bloody Mary game kind of came from. And it's really like, it's an easy read. I actually already read it. It's, you know, there's a lot of cool pictures in there, and it's really easy to read and get through, and it's really interesting actually. So I'll probably be getting more books like this, just because I like to read like history stories and factual stories that are really interesting to me, which is funny because when I was younger and in school, I hated history. I thought it was like the most boring thing ever, and now I've actually turned into a history nerd. So yeah, this one was a fun read. This one I like to read. So I have some kids books that I like to read myself at the end of the night instead of falling asleep to TV and stuff like that. Sometimes I just like to read books that are really simple and I don't have to do a lot of thinking. Like I have like other books that I read as well, that are more intellectually stimulating, and I read those in the morning when my mind is fresh and I have time to really think about what it is that I'm reading. But at night I really like to dive into like kids literature that a lot of the stuff is nostalgic for me and it's fun to read, and it just kind of like lets my mind go somewhere else and paint a picture. I don't have to think hard about what it is that I'm reading. I don't have to read the same paragraph 3 or 4 times before I understand it. Like, it's just really easy and fun. This one is The Adventures of the Bailey School Kids, and this is Witches Don't Do Backflips. So when I was a kid, I got into this series and I bought a couple of these books, and they were all really popular, and they're kind of fun little mystery books, and I've recently gotten back into them. I can read this to my daughter as well, and she really likes it because they have like little pictures, and it's fun for her to kind of listen to the story too. So I like to get these. Also, this is so don't judge me, but the Babysitter's Club. I have recently gotten into the Babysitter's Club series. It's something that I know was really popular when I was a kid, but honestly, when I was a kid and this would have been more for me, I actually hated reading, so I would not read for fun. And I actually like I know this is like popular on TV now. I think they have like the Netflix series. So I've been reading a lot of these little books. This is the Babysitter's Club number 7. So right now I have read through like the first 6. This is the 7th one. I can literally read through this in like 3 days, depending on, you know, how many chapters I'm reading a day or at night if I fall asleep, whatever. But yeah, these books are cute and they're fun to read even as an adult. I mean, I really like them. So there's that. I used to collect these, but I never read them because, like I said, I hated reading, and now I've gotten back into them and I am actually reading through them, and they're actually really so good. But Goosebumps, yes, this is The Scarecrow Walks at Midnight. I started reading this. I am, I think, on chapter 5, so I haven't really gotten too much into the story yet, but these Goosebumps books are so fun. They're so nostalgic, and once I get towards like the juicy part of the story, I cannot put it down, and I'll end up reading like the entire thing once it gets good. And it's funny because I know they had like a whole series on Goosebumps, which I watched. And like even now, like when I was a kid, I loved Goosebumps. Every Friday I would go home and I would look forward to watching Goosebumps on TV. It was like a thing for me. So now that I'm reading a lot of these books, I'm going back and I'm watching the series and watching the episodes based on the stories, and the episodes, I feel like, do not do these books justice at all. I'm sorry, R.L. Stine. I know it wasn't like his, you know, production. When you get like stuff like that, they want to change things and what have you, but the books are so much better than the stories, in my opinion. So yeah, I've read quite a few of these already and I'm still getting through them. I would like to get through the whole collection, and yeah, so this is the one I'm reading right now. And then this Judy Blume was really popular when I was a kid also. This is Double Fudge. I think this is the last of the Fudge series. I read all of the other ones, and my teacher, I think it was like 4th or 5th grade, when my teacher used to read these books to us in class, and I remember the name, of course, Fudge. It just stuck out to me, and I really wanted to go back and really read, and I feel like now I have a whole different type of understanding of these books when I read them as opposed to when I did when I was a kid. They even have like some adult humor in there too. So even as an adult, like they're fun to read. And like I said, when I just want my mind to just paint pictures and I don't want to really watch TV, you know, all the crazy stuff that's going on in the media right now and in the news, it's fun to just kind of get away from that. At the same time, I get to kind of challenge my brain a little bit and let my brain paint the picture as opposed to having to like watch it on TV. So this, the double fudge, this one I haven't started it yet, but all the other fudge books were really cute and really fun to read. So there's that. That is the last of the library books that I got this time. But I have 3 weeks to read them. I know it seems like that might have been a lot of books, but I read at least one of them to my daughter every day. I usually get her around 10 books. So 10 books in 3 weeks is definitely doesn't cover the whole time, but sometimes we'll like to read one or two if she really likes it, and then we read also the books that we already have. So yeah, if, like I said, if you have any recommendations on books, let me know. Let me know if there is any other type of content you might want to see me do on this channel. I will definitely take it into consideration, and I hope y'all are having a great day. Thank you for watching, and please like, comment, and subscribe. Bye-bye.